most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Brett Thackeray.
Well, good morning, everybody. Great to be with all of you here during this heat wave. And we told you it was going to be hot. Get used to it. And certainly that has been the case. Some clouds this morning over Hummelstown, 70 degrees. It is mild, but it is not as muggy. Dew points in the mid-60s, but a lot of us in the low 60s this morning with our dew points. It's really, and it has really not been all that bad. Now, by the weekend, I do think the humidity is going to really ramp up, and I do think the temperatures are going to ramp up as well. We keep mentioning that the heat is going to peak over the weekend, and that looks to be the case here, especially tomorrow. These clouds, again, coming on the heels of some ring of fire convection that could be a little closer to home later today across northern Pennsylvania. I still think we will stay dry and stay mainly dry through the weekend, although storm chances will increase starting tomorrow. Temperatures are starting in the 60s and 70s. As I mentioned, Lebanon 71, 68 in Lewistown this morning. These have been typical morning numbers for us here this week. 68 in Carlisle, 67 at the Country Club of York, and we can see that here locally too. Harrisburg always sticking out, the gauge right along the river in Middletown at the airport. 74 seems high locally, especially when Philly and Hagerstown and even Baltimore is cooler than that. Most of us are in the 60s this morning, and dew points have dropped into the low to mid 60s, and it certainly didn't feel as muggy yesterday as it did on Tuesday. We said it would probably be less humid yesterday. For the most part, it was, and I think today too the humidity will remain somewhat in check. That does not mean, though, it won't be humid at all. I think it will be slightly sticky, but dew points will likely not get above 70. I think the humidity stays in check for one more day before we start to see that increase heading into tomorrow and the weekend. 94 yesterday, 10 degrees above the average, which is now 84. The record today is 98. I still think that will be safe, but I do think the records will be challenged here as we move into the weekend. And of course, no rain. We're looking for some rain too. Clouds over New Bloomfield this morning, but temperatures will peak in the mid-90s today. Could be our warmest day yet of this heat wave, although we did hit 95 on Tuesday. That's the forecast today as this ridge, this Atlantic ridge, this tropical ridge just continues to sit off the East Coast, pumping the heat into Pennsylvania and New England. The heat will continue to build through the weekend. It will be humid, and there will be a few fronts moving through that may offer some rain relief. I just don't think it's going to be much. Today, after a few morning clouds, the skies will open up, mainly sunny this afternoon, highs in the mid-90s, but the humidity will build in tomorrow. It's going to be a sunny and mainly dry day. This does offer at least some threat of a stray thunderstorm here on Friday. Probably a better chance heading into the weekend, but still not a great chance. Yes, there could be a stray storm on Saturday, but widely scattered, very isolated, in other words, and certainly I wouldn't bank on any rain at any point. You can just hope that that stray thunderstorm hits your backyard. We will be nearing records again today, probably safe at 98, but I do think tomorrow we have a shot. 96 is the forecast, and how about Saturday? The record is 97, the forecast is 98. So definitely nearing some records here Friday, Saturday, and likely on Sunday. So today, again, dew points staying below 70. The humidity will not be horrible, but it does start to turn more muggy here as we move into tomorrow morning. And throughout the day, dew points are going to flirt with 70. So I think the humidity and the temperatures both increase here this weekend. It's going to be pretty miserable in terms of the heat here for the weekend. When we look at the muggy meter, we start comfortable today. The dew points climb, but notice here after tonight, notice where we are in that humid to oppressive range through the weekend before we see the humidity tumble behind a front that will be moving through here on Monday. So there is hope things get better, and Sunday and Monday offer a chance of more stray storms before that humidity clears away. And then on Wednesday of next week, there is a front that moves in, and this could be the one to end the heat wave next Wednesday and bring us some cooler air by the middle of next week to end of next week. That's the way it looks right now. We'll wait and see on that. 95 today. It is still going to be hot tonight, 72. Warm and more muggy tonight as the humidity builds back in, but the heat wave will continue through the middle of next week. It will peak this weekend with temperatures in the upper 90s. Yeah, there could be a stray storm each day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but again, the odds of that happening in any one backyard are still very slim. Cooling off slightly early next week, and then hopefully that heat wave ending by the end of next week. We'll keep you posted.
Okay. Thank you, Brett.
Yep.
We'll be right back.